We got a chip, baby. Division 3.
Division 3.
Talk to me, Sean. Champions.
Yeah, here. Sorry for the delay. Real world problems, you know how it is. It starts raining. Gotta bring the washing in. I'm sorry. I had to do it. How are we all?
There is no sun down here, by the way.
No sun.
No. We've had
No sun.
clouds and rain.
Wow.
You've been
It
out in the
has
sun.
been
Bacon.
sweltering. As you can see, I am sunburned, mate. Sweat glistening. It has
And
been.
he said about what? He said about 30 degrees.
Yes,
Yeah, it's-
31 down in London.
Jesus
has been
Christ.
nuts. I mean,
What
it
nice.
was nice. It was nice, and then out the corner of my eye, I hear. Well, I say out the corner of my eye, I hear. I saw the rain, hear the thunder, and was like, you know what? Washington's gotta come in, mate.
Got to come in. Yeah, so mum shouts you up. Get the washing in. Son.
One of those.
Yeah, one of those ones. Anyway, we're here, man. Episode 7. It's been a while. We didn't do one last
Yes.
week.
We did. We were just saying
Yeah.
it was incredible weather-wise last week, and we were all just typically busy.
Just
I
busy,
was
just living
by a
life.
pool all day, swimming in a
Yeah.
pool, outdoor
Li-
pool, mate.
Living the
Living-
life. What you were
Living the
doing.
life. Yeah.
I don't
Was Callum
remember
still
what
away?
I was
But
doing. I think Callum
Yeah.
was away.
Alan was in Germany. Yeah, he was
still in Germany though, wasn't he? Yeah.
winning trophies.
What he does.
Where were you, Sean?
I was
Uh,
down in Cornwall. Oh, the wrong one.
Both, like, just by a pool, but where? And then...
Yeah.
What was it? I think I was actually just playing cricket. You know, I think it was a cricket day. I think
Yeah,
it
you
was.
sent me a Snapchat of you like in your cricket mask,
Yeah,
just dripping with
Cricket.
sweat.
cricket mask. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right then.
Okay.
Shall we? It's not going to be too much going on in this one. It's off season officially. The season of XP and Katana is done. Let's have a quick recap of our teams. Where should we start from? Should we
I reckon we
bottom?
start from the bottom. Yeah,
I
I reckon we
reckon
start
start
from
from
the
the
bottom.
bottom.
Get the burgers out of the way.
Worst, Yep. Yep.
Let's start with
You're not
you.
wrong.
Let's start with you, mate.
No, hold on. We're not the bottom. Aqua at the bottom. Alright.
Well, were they officially the bottom though? Did you make it?
Well, yeah, we
a
got
little bit-
further, well, technically got further than them.
You mean
Kinda.
you finished? You mean you just had your game a little bit late in the week, but you went out in the same way?
Yeah, we
Ah,
went out
just
the
like
same
City's
round.
treble with
Alright,
an
we'll start.
asterisk.
We'll start
Oh,
back.
we
What?
came from winners, so
I was gonna say yeah. So Aqua, they had Div 7. They started in losers. Their losers round 1 matchup, they lost 3-2. I want to say
Yeah, they
I
did.
want to say yeah.
they lost it in game
So,
5.
it was
Yeah, yes they did. I remember they had an unreal comeback on the Hydro map 4 to take it to game 5. It just yeah. I mean, I think they just lost steam towards the end. They started the season off so hot, 3-0 and everybody. It was
Yeah,
looking
pretty
good for them,
much.
wasn't it?
Yes,
But,
it was. And then they brought Quintana in as well, which made their team just look even
Yeah,
better.
they just-
But
They did, yeah.
I don't know.
I think
The thing is-
the first season, the first series they lost, it just went downhill from there. And I don't know whether they just wasn't getting on enough to practice, or I don't know, maybe just the roles weren't quite working in the team. But yeah, they just slowed down massively.
But that's the thing with playoffs, man, and that's the beauty of it. Like your team can be rolling all the way through groups and cruising, but playoffs is it's
Yeah.
hard, man. It's harsh because
When you're starting losers as well, you
It's
got to
one
turn
and
up.
done.
losing is brutal. Because like you have no time to like have a sloppy day or just have
No.
a bad match. Like you genuinely have to go hard, and it's
And
brutal.
I think I don't know if I can't remember if it went round 11 or not, but either way, I mean, you win that round 11, and that could have done so much to them as a team, and you could have seen them push all the way, deep into the losers run. But falling at the first hurdle was a bit of a tough one. But that's what the low divs are all about. You never know who's going to turn up on the day.
Anyone can win the div, honestly.
Yeah, which you experienced, didn't you? In the end, really, you had a bit of a rough start to the groups. The opposite, actually.
Yeah, we started off with 2 losses, then basically went unbeaten.
For about 4 or 5.
Well,
we finished 5 and
we
4?
didn't. We only went on like a 2 and then a 3, but that's because we played a 1 series 3v4. So
Oh yeah.
if you take that series out of it, we basically went unbeaten
I remember
afterwards.
that. Yeah.
So
Yeah. So you finished in a winner's spot, didn't you?
yeah, got
Um,
then lost winners 3-2 against
Yeah.
the team that eventually went on to win it through the winners run.
Fair enough. I was gonna say I didn't really see who won it in the end,
And
but
yeah, they messaged us after the series as well, going, "You're one of the hardest teams like we've had in a long time."
Oh my god! And
yeah.
was that who was on that team?
That was AC.
Was that a relevant team?
Yeah, so AC,
Yeah.
who basically everyone was saying is a Div like 4 player,
Yeah, he
But,
is. Vouch.
anyway.
Played him. He is.
but he's also just a con warrior at the same time as well. I mean, the guy kills so quick and just eats bullets. But anyway, we went
think
down
you-
into losers.
I think it might be a little bit quiet on streaming, eh?
I've turned it up
have
since
you?
Carl
Cool,
said
cool.
it. Yeah. Yeah, we went into losers and then lost 3-2 there as well. No.
Yeah.
Was it 3-2? 3-1?
Yeah, you lost.
3-2?
Yeah,
I think it might have been 3-2.
you lost
again.
3-2 again. Yeah, you did. Yeah, lost again.
Yeah, I think
Which
we've had so many map 5s, it's a joke.
I was going to
this
say,
season.
was that was the story of the season, wasn't it? So
Pretty
many
much.
game 5s.
Game 5s, but
and-
our search was our worst game mode. We literally
Yeah.
didn't have setups, never scrimmed it, nothing. Just went into league games to play search, and yeah, cost
Yeah.
us our season really.
Lost to Flammable, mate. You lost to Flammable.
Flammable retired me. That's
I can't
ridiculous.
believe that, brother.
Yeah.
Season 1 teammate retires him at the end of the game.
Me and Callum were seriously debating just coming back just to not have Flammable retire us, but nah,
Yeah,
it's
just so you
happened.
could- Yeah,
It's happening.
it's done now.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Nah,
done. It's done.
I genuinely think you and Callum will find a new sense of belonging and happiness in being retired.
Oh, I already have. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I
He's
think
loving
you
not
will.
playing COD, but
I am.
retiring Call of Duty for good, or just
Depends what the next COD looks like, honestly. I want to come
if
back,
it's
but I'm done from MW2.
Nah,
for sure.
I'll be real.
Yeah.
If I ever get out the scene, I'm gone, mate.
But if
I
we
ain't
get
coming back.
MW3 and it's the same game, yeah,
It's gonna be a rough, long
done.
year, isn't it?
yeah, I'm done at that point.
At least until the next Treyarch one. I know you love.
I
Treyarch
do
one.
love a tryout COD, but it might be too late by that point.
Might be too old. Might have kids by then. Who knows?
No,
By the time the next
definitely not
Treyarch,
that.
you
Thing
could be years, mate. Who knows?
If you stay retired, we'll just employ you. We'll bring you on at 22, like properly, pay you,
Sure,
pay you for the
I'll take-
role.
I don't think the bankroll can do that.
I
mate.
don't think the company's got that money.
Listen, I'd pay him. I'd pay him.
Nah, I'm an
Right,
owner.
yeah.
Do it for the
So
org.
Diamond and Aqua both out of Div
Mhm.
7 after, well, basically both first hurdles really.
Brunch.
No deep run for them. Early doors, and that was a shame because before the season started, we at least had higher hopes on Aqua, but also when you guys started pulling it back, it was like,
We
yeah.
should have had second seed, man. If we didn't play
Well-
that 4v3 series, we would have had second seed, and I think it goes completely
Yeah.
differently.
do you regret the team changes and not making them earlier? Because I know that Callum was keen to make them earlier, but you weren't as set on it. You was happy
Honestly,
just to...
no. I don't. Although we started winning, I don't think it made that much of a difference. I mean, we played arguably the two hardest teams in our group first as well.
Yeah.
So winning the others were the expected wins.
Mm.
And
Also, didn't
Rowdy-
help that you had a player that just didn't turn up for your
well,
losers
twice. Hazard the
Twice,
first
twice.
time and then the second time, but is what it is. But no, I don't think. We made the changes, but Rowdy still ended up playing half the
Played
games just
anyway.
from the way it worked. So I don't think.
He had a good series
was
when he
an
came in,
issue.
I thought. That
Yeah,
losers.
the guy set up with like 5 minutes before the game on crappy internet, lagging around for half the maps.
Came in and did a job. Fair play.
I mean, yeah, fair play to him.
Very
He
good
did that a
point.
couple times where he's like, we've
Yeah.
asked him 10 minutes before a series, like, can you play? And he's gone out his way to do it. So.
Rowdy's the goat. I've got to give him that.
Rowdy was my
What's-
MVP.
What's told you, man?
Really is.
Yep.
But yeah, anyway, moving on. Div 6.
Oh yeah, Div 6, Axonite. Oh, what a heartbreaker it was.
Yeah.
Heartbreaker. So,
I'm not
I mean,
over it. I'm still
we-
not over it.
we
I
don't
don't
need to
wanna
talk too
talk
much about
No.
what happened with Sapphire. We all know what happened with them,
Yeah.
but them beating Axonite made them second seed, which gave them the worst or the hardest matchup for well, it turned out at
Well,
the end the hardest matchup, didn't it? Because they lost.
It wasn't even that. It was the thing that Axonite owned, because it came out that after the Div finished, so Axonite finished third.
Yep.
And then after the
Insane
Div,
losers run.
yeah, after the Div finished, it came out that both first and second were
Were
cheating.
Basically cheating. Yeah. So they played A2G winners round 1, and they lost 3-2, which was a shame. But that might have even been Rich's first series with them,
possibly,
because he had to make a change it was because Tom had to go on holiday right before the playoffs started.
ACG the ones that got found for cheating?
They basically broke GAs for
all
all
year,
of playoffs. They were using hipfire underbarrels.
Why does that not surprise me?
And I think they went on to win.
They came second.
They came second, and then the team that won basically had not a Smurf,
ringer.
but it was. I don't think it was a full ringer, but it was basically a player that should have been playing like Div 3.
Shouldn't have been.
And was playing Div 6.
He was like clearly Div 2 level-ish. Anyway, Axonite, they went down winners round 1, got knocked into losers, and then that was a grueler. That losers run is not only impressive, but it's tough as well, because you're playing every 2 days with the schedule.
Yep.
Every other day they basically had a losers game, and it was every time they had to turn on and play, it was, we can't lose, we have to turn up. So I don't want to say pressure, but the will that they wanted, that they had to win, it was very typical.
And they had Katana going on at the same time.
Had Katana as well. Yeah, they had a run in Katana. So yeah, they made the winners run all the way to the losers final, and it was a rematch with the team that knocked them down to losers, and we had the chance to cast that game, didn't we, Sean? And well, it wasn't me, it was you and
yeah, me and Ant covered that game.
Oh, that was just it was a heartbreaker, that game 5 round 11.
I sort of just sunk back in my chair. I was like, what is this?
One round away from making grand finals.
It just hurts, because if you actually look at the game, Axonite all season, including groups, only lost 2 cheats the entire season. They only lost 2 cheats, which is what makes it hurt more.
Yeah. And there's a long season. I think for them, that it's first time competing. I think they realise how much effort gets put into it. It's not just scrimming every couple of days, but it's turning up for league games. When you lose a league game, the kind of the mental check that has on you a little bit. Then you have to try and regain. And they went through it. They went up and down, didn't they? At the end of the day, they went through the entire emotions of competing. Lost some, really, really tight games. Won some incredible games, and had a really decent run at it. So hopefully those boys will run it back into the next COD, because they sadly have not continuing for next season.
I don't think it was a wanted split, put it that way.
No, it
no. Well,
So
So
it was wanted split.
it's just Hasty was now away for 2 weeks on holiday. Atlas's PC's buggered up.
Yes.
And then it's kind of off. It's a weird time because it's off season, but there is still one more season that's going to be run. So it's if you could be asked to play, then play. But if you don't play, it's not. The season can be finished for you now, and it is a case of waiting for the next COD. So, I mean, if they're boys, and hopefully they get stuff sorted out for early doors next Call of Duty, they might be back. But proud of them, and they're a good bunch of lads. So it was a hell of a season and a good run for them. And in the end, in the end, it was a second place finish, isn't it? They got kind of.
Yeah, I think XP have given them second place, or joint second.
Yeah.
Because of what was figured out, but
situation.
all the prize pools were already paid out. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they finished 4th in Katana. So and that was a harder. Well, some of the games were easier, but the latter games was harder teams. So
yeah.
Well, look, that Katana run they made, they were playing teams that were
Div
2 divs higher.
Yeah. Did a good run as well. Had a good run, solid run.
Can't fault them.
No, not at all. We had to sadly beat them, but that's what it is.
Alright, move on.
Div 5.
Move on.
Yeah. Space up. You. Type
You can skip this one. This
What can I say? I went on holiday, and it just slowed the momentum down massively that we had.
Just
Tell me how
gel
with 2
coming back.
pickups, you nearly beat the team that knocked you out twice.
Because they're hacking their cocks off. No, I'm joking. No, I don't know what happened to them.
Stay checking.
But no, realistically, a player that drops 5 in a respawn, 6 or 5 in a hard point, 6 in a control, how does he go from that to dropping 20 and 30s? a week later.
Just must have been a massive off day for him.
Must have
Dunno.
been a massive off day for the whole
Wait,
team.
wait. Deeks, please say that sentence again. Just
So,
that.
a
Say that
player
again.
on Verve came in
Yeah.
when we played them in groups with 2 pickups whilst I was away.
Yeah.
One of their players dropped 5 in the first hard point.
Yeah.
And something like 2 kills in the S&D, then 6 in the control. And then a week later,
30.
he goes to drop 20 and 30 bombs.
Alright, so I'm going to move over to a second here. How often have we seen that of Deeks?
Not that often.
No,
You
but
don't see
not that big of a switch, but we've seen
7 in respawns to 25s, 30s? That sounds like you, brother.
you see a potential. You see one. I've hit 1-5 on a fortress.
15 on
And
a
I've had-
Bagra. Hello.
15 on a bag was fine if I'm doing my job.
Fine. Fine.
The time.
Fine.
100-point club, but fine.
Fine.
It is what it is. That's diff 5 for you boys. You know what I mean?
And you. So that was your Katana run.
Bagra was awful. Bagra hard point for me this season. This whole card, Bagra hard point has been awful for me. I
Too
struggled
quick
to
for you.
get-
It's
You
too
know
quick
what
for
it
him.
is? Yeah, I was about to say, you know what it is? Bagger is too mixy for you, brother.
Yeah. I
Like-
mean,
I'm stiff, but you're a turret. You don't
I'm
move.
sure-
Bagger's
ultra good.
no go for you, mate.
No,
No,
trigger around the back.
Yeah, no.
Thanks. I just need to. Well, what I realised in this past week is I was clearly playing it wrong the entire time, and with the potential new team we're running with, I've just been sitting in different spots, and it seems to be working alright. So maybe I'll, better late than never. But maybe
I
I'll
hope
turn it around.
I hope so.
But yeah, no, so we had we finished the group 7 and 2 in XP, and we were actually beating. There was some series where they were game 5s.
Yeah.
We went game 5 to some teams that we shouldn't have went game 5 to. We trolled a couple of maps, but ultimately we had a good group stage. Was feeling confident into playoffs. Obviously, I had to go away. Winners round 1, we had to get Kinney in, and they unfortunately lost. Close series, but with a pickup, there's not much you can do. You just play what you can. Then I got back just in time for losers round 1. We won 3-1. That was good. Surprisingly good, because then we played winners round 2 on Sunday, and there was just like the whole team was just off, and I think it was just a lack of proper reps and what we've obviously heard about Aqua. I think when you don't get reps in towards that, I'd rather like not scrim as much early groups and then really hit the ground scrim hard around playoffs, because going into playoffs with hardly any reps, just it does show.
Well,
in that
it's
long
like
run.
it's like I said at the start of this segment. I said, like, the thing with playoffs is one bad night and you're over.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you don't, no matter, say that you do take a bit of time out, you don't scrim, or you genuinely just
Yeah.
have like a bit of a rough map, like it genuinely is costly, because
Well,
it's
and-
not a group stage game. You can't just go back.
I
and
mean,
like that, well,
Yeah, go 7 and 2 in groups, so you feel like you're Brian and you're confident, but maybe overconfidence was a factor. Thinking we don't need to scrim as much because we're beating these teams, but clearly you play even just a team that is more prepared than you, and that was it. We lost in Katana. We ended up finishing top 8 in the end, or whatever it ends up being after.
XP.
Yeah, top 8, top 10, whatever. But
Third
we
in
made
Katana,
third in Katana. We made that run to Katana. We lost to Verve 3-0, which dumped us down. That was that basically back-to-back 3-0s, which had never happened as a team to us. But we shouldn't have gone into that XP series after losing to Verve. We had to because of scheduling, but going into a game after being beat 3-0 by a worse team, that does something to you mentally.
checks you,
Yeah, going into a harder series. And it was a rinse and repeat, mate. It was carbon copy. We got 3-0'd in the same. We almost had the exact same maps as well, and made the same mistakes.
it's only gonna ever put you two ways. You're either gonna just continue the cycle and get pissed on, or you're just gonna come out and absolutely just make a statement. But
Yeah, and we made the exact same mistakes as we did in the first series. So that was us out of XP. We got to Katana, losers final after beating Axonite. And had a rematch against Verve, which we won the S&D.
Yeah.
First first hardpoint, I think we won, didn't we?
You went 1-0 up, then it went 1-1,
Yes.
and then you just.
That control was a bit of a stinger.
Mm-hmm.
No, did we go game 5?
No.
No, I don't think so.
3-1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You lost map 4.
Oh, we lost. Yeah, it was because we lost the S&D round 11. Yeah, we lost the S&D round 11. Oh, because one of their players like pinched up P1 Street on Fortress and three-pieced us at the back. Yeah, so there, you win that S&D, and maybe we get that last S&D. We was confident in our S&Ds all season, pretty much. So we thought if we couldn't, if we could at least get them to a game 5, but they beat us. They were clearly the better team. I thought as a team we had a better series, and we, turned up a bit more, but it wasn't enough in the end. So yeah, 3rd place for Topaz and Katana, and top 8 in XP.
Div 4 Emerald.
Div 4 was Emerald. 2nd place.
2nd place XP.
Losers, yeah, unfortunately. So they had their grand final on Friday, and lost 3-1.
It's so upsetting, because although Jack Lee and Civic and them are actual boys, man, they're actually good lads. They're all sound. They should never lose that. They should fucking.
And did they not win both controls? They lost to them in winners final.
I love them to bits, but the shit.
They lost to them in winners final. Got knocked down. Came back to grand finals. Had to win back-to-back series.
Yeah.
But they went 2-0 down in both times. And then just wiped the floor with the control.
Wiped the floor
badly.
Every time.
And it was just right now learn from last time. And that respawn again. There was 180 to 180 at one point. It was a close hard point.
The thing is with it as well. Although I've just said the shit, they did play really, really well. And Emerald didn't help themselves because they played shockingly as well. Some of the maps and things that I saw was.
But I mean, not to broken record situation, but they had many roster changes. They made that proper change with Hiera coming in. And that sorted them out. But yeah, they had to play grand finals because Spen had to work and they couldn't work around scheduling. To not having Spen, who was
Those roster changes.
Yeah, but come on, Ethan as a pickup's a good pickup, man.
It is, but it's
that boy did wonders for the boys in purple.
But it's just it's just the system, and no matter how good your pickup is, the system's never going to be the same.
Ollie, we know what Ollie's capable of on that team, and maybe Spen is just that good duo for him because he does the dirty work and lets Ollie just run. But I feel like Ethan perhaps maybe was trying to do a lot of what Ollie does as well, and you can get a better player in, but and if the vibes aren't there because you've got a different player in, that's gonna affect the mood. But 2nd place after what was not a bad group, but they weren't looking like one of the
start.
Yeah, they weren't looking like one of the teams to make grand finals at the start. So it was a good turnaround, and a 2nd place is still, it's where we want to be. We want to be in these grand finals, in these, finals as best we can. We want to be winning them, of course, but getting to the finals is the first job, and they managed to do that. So fair play to them.
Yeah, definitely.
We got a chip, baby. Division 3.
Division 3.
Talk to me, Sean. Champions.
Yeah, literally just
what can you say?
Freest lit.
That was probably the easiest grand finals I've ever watched of any COD.
The thing is, right? Obviously, we started off groups fucking flying.
Yes.
We had one of the best records for.
Well, you lost the 2nd series, didn't you? But that was a bit of it's insight. Was it Bradbury? You lost.
Day.
But an off day. But
the thing is, they come out and just like AE did, they club us in the first hardpoint in that series we lost, and that never happens. We might lose hardpoints, but we don't get clubbed. It's just by the by. So I think that's how we sort of knew the off days, because we don't mind losing the S&D because we have to get outplayed to lose an S&D. I will say that with an open chest, we are probably one of the best S&D teams. We were fucking incredible. So if we got beaten S&D, fair fucks, puff my chest out, you've outplayed us. But respawn, if we genuinely lost one, we just knew we weren't there, because on hardpoints we were untouchable. So we lost that. Had one of the best records throughout Div 3. The only people to have a better record was AE we beat in the grand final, but their side of the group was.
So you're right. As we all saw in a previous podcast, we put the clip up, that Hotel Hardpoint comeback in the winners final. That winners final wasn't as easy as the grand finals. How do you go from not struggling because you beat them, but how do you go from it being neck and neck to just being a wipeout? Like your boys, well, as I say, vibes were good, but vibes weren't good going into it. You guys were at a bit each other's throats at one point in the scrim warm up, weren't you?
The winners final that we beat them in, and we had to make that comeback. The scrims before, we were getting talked. So like we went into it like not checked, but like we'd had a bit of arguments back and forth, and people were like sort your head out. Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
So then first map, bang again. We fucking I think we played 2 games that day, and we just lost to Extreme Academy, which no one should ever do in their life. They're wank.
Yeah.
So we lost to them, and we were all like, "Oh my god! Like we're now gonna have to play Atoms, which is a 10 times better team, and we're gonna get dicked like shit."
Yeah.
But getting clubbed in that first hard point in that winners final, we just went nah. And we made that comeback. But this like for the final, we just went in there believing we're the better team. Like we had
already beat them, so that has because that's always a dynamic. It's like the team coming from losers that have lost to the same team is either like we're not losing again, and they're going to be overconfident. But on the other hand, you guys was like we've already beat them.
Well, this is the thing, and I think a lot of people slept on it to the fact because like they were like, oh,
he had an off day, or
well, everyone's fucking throwing accusations about me, like, not being funny, because half of us money cam down, all stream, like, get a grip. But we went in there, and before the game actually started, before that first map, we loaded up and went, right, they've got to win 2 best of 5s. We've beat them once. Show them no respect and just fucking dog on them this first map.
Yeah, we had a watch party going, and Snappers went off at the very start, mate. He was pissing on him.
And Lewis, just like obviously when the countdown time was going, both of them just went, these are fucking dog shit, let's have it. And I just watched them both run off. Ant popped a 2-piece, Lewis popped a 2-piece, and I was like,
this is it.
This done.
They both got streaks early doors.
I'm just sat here. Me and Ryan were in the hill, and we went, they flipped. And that was it. It was like, we're done.
Yeah. Snappers had a hell of a start, but Lewis had an unreal map. That way, a guy went like 33 and 15 in grand finals. The S&D, what was it, like 6-2, 6-0 even, was it? It was mate, the whole series 6-0s, 3-2-0s.
But it's like I said, we just wanted it more. Like we watched their streams back, and they're just so deflated.
Your whole paint S&D strats.
Yeah, like but that's the thing. Like we went into it wanting it. Like we had passion. I'm not ashamed to admit it. We had passion. We sat there. We watched them play that S&D. They played the exactly same way, and we was laughing. We was like 4-0 up, and we're genuinely laughing. And Ant's like, right, this round they're gonna do this. Ryan got a kill, and he's there going, oh yeah, they're set up the same way, and we're all just pissing ourselves mid-round. We're like, what's the point? Like,
well, because this is the best. I love it, right? When you beat a team and the other team go like, oh, they're celebrating it like it's champs. It's like, yeah, because you just lost. They've just won. Like that is that. The people were saying about Snappers like going a bit too over the top. It's like, brother, that is his champs.
No, but the thing is with Snappers, right? A lot of it is genuine. He is a passionate guy and he loves it, but he's a trolly bastard. He's a trolly bastard. So half of it is just for like just getting nibbles and everything. Like he loves it. He loves it. He'll be the villain. He loves it. He absolutely.
He was getting plenty of nibbles, but you can't deny, mate. He's a champion. He's a Div 3 champ.
But again, everyone thought AE were the better roster, but there's only really Marshall on that team that Atoms maybe, but
there's just the two of them.
The other two are shit.
Yeah.
That fucking is it Vexel or Vexed? He's lost, mate. Like, and we went in and went, if Ant and Lewis do their job, we win. Because if our subs do, like, and put their subs in a blender, we win that game. Because the first time round, we allowed their subs to fucking get at us.
Yeah.
And we just
Ant had a hell of a series in the winners final as well, I thought, but he just didn't. Neither of them turn up.
But get baby, come on.
You didn't. Let's not end off on a sour note too much, but you didn't pull away the back-to-backs. You didn't get the second one, sadly. But
do you know what?
You had to use Ethan, didn't you? You had to use a pickup in the end of that one. So
it stunned me that day, and I think again it was a case of they just wanted it more. Like
maybe you already won, and
we were up for it, and we were ready and everything, and we lost that first hard point again. and we just sort of sank and was like wow.
Yeah.
Because we'd played them.
You beat them in the earlier
previous
run in Katana.
Yeah, and we played in previous season as well, and we were dogging on them. Like they were in like Div 5 getting smoked. So it was like, these are shit. Why are they even here?
Yeah.
And I think we just underlooked them a little bit, and they came out. And to be fair, just credit to them. I can't really say anything else. They just fucking smoked our shit.
Yeah.
Like what we did to AE, they just did to us, and it was an easy grand final for them. And they can sit there and fucking love it because they dicked us. But I mean, I'll take a chip, the one that matters, and the second.
Next team gets our second chip of the season. 2 chips
The
boys, the 22 Esports boys.
Back
to
Fish,
Mitch,
Katana, Div 1
and Ellis this season. Ellis, came
I'll be
in
honest.
early doors.
What an addition, by the way.
Yeah, came in mid-season.
What an addition. He's I've seen a few of their games, and he's nice with it. Nice with it.
Cesar and Mitch are just like, they are nice players, mate.
Yeah, that whole team just,
it's enjoyable to watch.
That whole team just
liquidate round the map, mate. He's like a phantom. Yeah.
They play around each other so well. Like you watch them back, and they're just constantly trading without fail.
Yeah. So yeah, they're back to back. I mean, to be honest, because there weren't as many higher Div teams signed up. They didn't have to have too many games, but the games they played, especially the final, was. I mean, it was against, Dashi and
Katana shit is what they did. Fucking smoked
like respectable players.
It was players that, I mean, I know Dash is probably not with his normal team that he does in the 2Ks, but it's still a player that is on their level. In terms of things. What was it? Busy. I mean, I know he's young, but he's.
It was the easiest 3-0 they've ever seen. Absolutely pissed on him. I don't even want to be like that guy, but they genuinely fucking they did. They shit all over him.
We all knew, mate, before that season started, before the series started, that we were going to have a guaranteed chip there for the boys.
Before the season started, we kind of knew it.
Yeah.
I can guarantee Cesar was sat there laughing his cock off, mate. He was just fucking he was liquid. He was there and he was gone, and he's just like, well, catch me then.
The boys didn't lose a single series.
I want to see Cesar COD on LAN.
Vouch.
We need to get Mitch and Cesar. Mate, I mean...
22 Esports on LAN again, like, hello? Hello?
These boys are up for it. I mean, they're a nice team. And then, I think, top 16 was their best place in this season, so...
Yo, if any one of the Esports boys is in here right now, bang our line. Let me tell you, bang our line.
If you want to go to a LAN, you know who you're representing, but we just got to see what LANs come up.
See what we can do.
Your only downside is you got to put up with us ugly cunts.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's fine by us.
I ain't got a hoodie with me, but you'll get a nice hoodie as well. It's not a bad.
Whoa, we can't be giving hoodies out, man. Not after fucking we've teased and blueballed everyone.
I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not even in the loop of it.
Yeah.
Move on. Swiftly move on. Right.
At Buff in the Discord.
Yeah,
at Buff right now.
At Buff and the 4 other owners.
Just
Sean.
at 22 Clothing.
Yeah, at him. There's a role in the Discord. Just at him.
He's the only one with the details of how to get the website going. So he's the only one that can sort it out.
Nah, you commit the effort there.
Oh, Cesar's in here and he says I've got the worst con, so imagine me on LAN.
That'd be a nice team.
I'm not thinking about that.
Be a nice LAN team. And not just to be on LAN, but you can't get any hack stations on LAN, so that'd be even better.
I reckon some would try. Fish should be getting another PC.
Yeah, live on LAN.
He'd be getting another PC. He would.
Yeah, so end of season brings end of season awards, ladies and gentlemen. No more team of the weeks.
Ooh.
We've got team of the seasons. We've got players of the season. And should we do that one? Should we swing up players first?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do players.
String that up.
You know what?
It's not a black screen. Oh, there you know what? Nope, it's fine.
No. Deeks, I'm taking this as a win because the tech guru actually messed it up once.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, mate. It's not just me and you.
It's not just us,
I actually
mate.
didn't mess it up. OBS messed up, but it's
not
fine.
just us.
OBS messed up, but it's fine.
Yeah,
I let you guys have it.
yeah.
Because everything was set up.
Now, you'll
Yeah.
notice there is one team on there that hasn't been given a vote because the team just didn't even bloody make groups. They just split up.
Some
Yeah.
production.
So there should have been a black bear here with a name underneath, but
Well,
they
and
always
Ryan
just didn't want to see it.
and a blue one, but
Oh, and a blue one
That's
as well.
my
but
goal, my
again,
duo.
yeah,
so
there was situations there that happened.
so we asked all the teams to vote because as owners we can obviously look at scoreboards most of the time and have rough ideas, but we don't get to hear the comms. We don't know the ins and outs of the teams. So it's only right, you guys voted on yourselves.
Well, I know I'm starting one place and one place only.
We'll get there. Yeah, so,
we'll start there, mate. Let's start there.
Let's start with Amethyst. Well, we'll do it.
Well,
should we do it on the next one? Because we don't want to give it away.
No, what I'm saying is, Ryan's
Go on.
in the chat saying, "Where's Luto?" They all voted for you, brother. You're their pick, mate, for players.
You're their player.
You're our hero, man.
Yeah.
You're our hero. Overlooked.
Overlooked.
So,
Undervalued.
well,
overlooked.
Undervalued. There you go.
We've got
There you go.
undoubtedly the boys on esports think that Cesar is the man, the myth, the legend this season, and rightly so. I think that was a unanimous pick out of those boys, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
No, it was
Not
not.
at all. Nope.
Whoa, you run.
He only got
I
2
love you
out of
too,
4
man.
votes.
Wow, what was
Cesar
it? Who got?
Mitch got 1 and Ellis got 1.
Oh, well.
I won't say who voted for who.
Yeah,
but
stir the pot for the boys.
I won't say who voted for who, but that was that count.
Snappers voted for himself.
I will throw him
baiting
on
it.
the bus there, yeah.
I'm baiting it.
Yeah,
You fucking burger.
yeah, he voted for himself. As we talked about him being an ultimate troll, mate, you're not wrong. But yeah, so Amethyst,
Ryan
the
got
boys.
2. Snappers got 1.
No
Lewis got
Shawnee
1.
love.
Lewis
No
got 1.
Shawnee love, mate.
Shawnee got
Boys,
that.
boys are rating.
Emerald,
Shawnee.
Ollie got 3 votes. Carl got 1. Spen got 1. Kinney got 1. Kiera did not get any love.
Not surprised. Sorry. Did I say that out loud?
But you
Wow.
know, Ollie getting unanimous and Mids, I think
Yeah,
was unanimous on ours, wasn't it?
Them
Yeah,
up.
right.
Topaz, yeah, Mid's got it unanimously.
The guy's fried all season. What can I say?
Right.
Yeah.
Axonite, only half the team voted, but Atlas won
Was
that
leading
with
the way,
votes we
yeah.
had.
Not surprised. Disgusting.
Again, he had an unreal playoffs. Probably the better player. He was a bit quiet through groups, but
Yeah.
he had an unreal playoffs, didn't he? So
And the guy plays on like 60 FPS.
Playoffs is
on
where
a
it
PC,
matters, mate.
So
yeah, facts. And now, was it unanimous with Diamond because a
It
certain
wasn't.
player picked himself?
it wasn't unanimous, but Buff won it with 3 votes. I got 1.
Can we
So-
take it away from him just for having?
And it
hoodies
wasn't Buff
on
that
the
picked you either.
No, it wasn't.
It should have been a
Disgraceful.
2-2 split.
My boy Rowdy backing me up. Love
Aye,
the
that's
man.
my guy, man. That's my guy, Rowdy.
I mean, you
Buff
brought him
merch,
into the
mate.
team.
I did, and I wish I didn't because he didn't get you through to playoffs. So Rowdy, you let me down, brother. I'll be honest. You let me
The
down.
guy brought the vibes though.
Yeah.
For real.
And
He's a good
Jintra
man.
got the votes on Aqua, mate.
And Aqua, again, only half the team voted, but yeah,
Jintra was
Gentra
winning the
got
votes
that
on there.
one
So
there.
there's the players of the season.
There you go. Congratulations to you boys.
However-
Fought long and hard, well deserved.
The team of the season is voted by us owners. The same way team of the week is done.
Yeah.
And I think we've come to a unanimous decision on this, haven't we, really?
We won't show you the picks, but
Who
of,
picked who,
like,
but they're all
individual.
pretty. There was maybe 1 or 2 slight
Before
differences, but
before we throw this up, right?
Oh,
I
well,
was-
you could have said that a bit quicker.
Oh,
Throw it up.
It's
Is
I was
there-
against this.
Anyway,
Yeah, no, I was
it's there.
against this, right? Because my team of the season, whatever you want to call it, vote is just Amethyst, just purple, just
it's all
Amethyst.
of them. No
Just
love
all
for
of them.
anybody else.
No love for anyone else. It's Amethyst.
Nah,
Is
because
it?
it's not as a team. It's still
The
just the
only
best
person-
players. The team of the
The
season is still
only
the best
person
players.
I would consider swapping out,
Snappers.
probably for myself at that point, is Cesar. Maybe Mitch, but Cesar. So
Yeah.
You've also
Well-
not thrown it up, by the way, because the
Yeah,
stream's
he did in the end.
OBS keeps. There we go. It
Therefore-
is making me clicking the button twice.
He
not
messed
once.
up again. Hey,
That's there.
chat.
That's fine.
We
doing
got the
dude.
man of production in, and he still
That's
can't
fine.
do it.
Yeah, but I can fix my own problems. You can't. I'm still one.
And if you're listening to this on Spotify, just know we've got a tech quiz an A here right now, and he's messing up. He's messing up.
He's doing fine.
I have too much to do. My brain's
New
scrambled.
OBS stuff.
He is.
Alright.
He is. He's underworked. No, overworked, underpaid. Wow, I'm having a stroke today.
Cesar finally made it, and he made it into the most important one.
What a team, by the way.
What a team that is, by the way.
That is filthy.
It's actually
Cesar
worked
Lewis
out
on
2
the
ARs and 2 subs. I mean,
kind of had to, didn't it? Atlas was again in close contention.
Atlas
Ollie
was
was maybe there.
Yeah,
Ryan was there, but Hasty I think was the most consistent. He had the most team of the week appearances. So rightly so, he's there in team of the season.
No votes
have to have 2 members of Amethyst in for the
No votes for Zappy, bro. What does Zappy do? He played 2 series and quit.
Yeah.
He retired after 2 series.
The boy made me pay his entry and dipped.
Yeah.
Bounced.
Bounced. Yeah, exactly. He's not getting any love from us.
Nah, I still love you, Dan.
I still love him too.
That is your 22.
You're a cunt. You're a cunt for what you did.
That's our
team of the season.
MW2 team of the season.
Now,
Wow.
we've not fully gone through them yet, but obviously it's end of season. There is another season for MW2 with XP, and they're obviously running a Vanguard one as well. But it's end of season for us. If some teams want to still play, I think we're there for them, but we're not. It's not going to be a case of having like 8 teams, with a full rundown of team of the week. So this last season, I think we've introduced it, now with the Codcast, but that'll probably be it now until the new Call of Duty comes and the new seasons start. Come November, December time later this year, and that'll be probably the return then at that point, I think, wouldn't it?
I hope we still keep this a regular occurrence every week and
We'll
just
keep.
change the content slightly. You know, we don't have to cover.
Try and
Yeah,
get
the
this
Codcast,
out every week.
yeah.
We'll definitely have less to talk about, but I mean, let's just talk about more random stuff.
It becomes an actual podcast. Oh.
Yeah,
It already is an actual
exactly.
podcast. What are you trying to say?
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Whoa,
It's,
But we move away from the tailored Call
More
of Duty
free.
and
Yeah.
we get to.
generic.
well,
yeah.
I mean, that I think segues nicely because, as I said, end of season, as always.
Next
well,
season, Ethan.
I was going to say, off-season tournaments are going to be ripe in the community now. We're going to be seeing, and as we are seeing, loads of throwback ones. Right, the 22 draft tournament.
They don't
tonight.
make them like we make them.
We
We
this is
ain't
what
no
we-
average
This is what we do.
switcheroo. We ain't no average switcheroo gurus, out here in the bedroom organisations throwing these little £20 tournaments away.
None of these, mate.
Nah,
We go big, go home, but I don't know if you was watching in the car, weren't you? But I thought that draft went pretty well yesterday. That was pretty good fun.
I nearly put my car in a lamppost when I got picked second, but there you go.
Well, only because you see some of the players on the board on the draft, and I thought, there's no way this man went second overall. That's like
What
5
do you
million
mean?
guarantees. That is, mate.
What do you mean?
I
boys
had him
big
predicted third.
Your boys
got
big
second.
time nowadays, mate.
Yeah, I think we knew who was going to go number 1 overall.
Oh, without a question.
Signed up, and
Rigged.
because every time he plays 8s, everyone thinks he's good because he just drops 50 bombs in 8s all the time.
Yeah, kill us, but
Just kill horse, mate. Whoever's that team that Zappy's on tonight, you're just gonna have a kill whore on your team.
Yeah.
You're not gonna win.
Good luck holding spawns, mate.
AR dead.
Yeah.
I mean, that says it already.
Any competent sub that can flip spawns, easy flip right there on that team.
They asked how did the draft work in the chat.
Well, like a normal draft essentially, where there is team captains that were picked prior to the draft.
Yep.
Then they each captain was on the board. They had a list of players to pick from.
Did you
we
commit to
worked
the
our way
snake
down.
draft? Did you go top
We
to
did.
bottom?
Yep, snake
And
draft.
we went top to bottom, bottom
And
to top.
Yeah.
So one of the respins to potentially put more money in the prize pool was for the draft order that the captains are picking in. Captains would have the option to respin that order. I was the only one that respun the order, and I ended up getting the last pick. Because I wasted £2.50, mate.
That reminds me, actually, I need to pay an A. Carry on.
Yeah, so I had the last pick, which was able to obviously then mean back to back. So I had a little bit of more I had more players. I was able to kind of like merge my picks together. Whereas if you're picking first, then picking basically not for another 8 picks or whatever. Majority of the good players are gone, so you have no idea who's going to be left on the board. Where at least I was able to get 2 players straight off the board that I thought would work quite well. I don't know if you can pull up the posters we made in there. I don't know if you want to pull up each one.
I can, but I need a second to set up.
I sent you the M's, buddy. You should have it by now.
Sweet.
I just thought if you just want to like, maybe you could just pull up. I don't know if you can pull up the Discord with them all there. Or
sounds good. Not gonna lie, lads. You know, it's different, man. Everyone just pulls these little switcheroos about and
like, the switcheroos are fine, right? Yeah.
But we wanted to be a little bit more unique and different and offer something that one created a lot more of a competitive like environment in terms of teams, and also just like a little bit more like hands-on and unique like content-wise as well.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's one of those where you, with us as an org with 8 different teams, obviously we've got different range of skills, you know, div wise. So we obviously wanted those to get involved, the lower players, but that's one of the things that you find with some of these switcheroo or off-season tournaments is, especially if it's a team sign up, if the best teams sign up, then you're just going to get beat. It's going to be a hard one. You're going to get, if you don't get like a favourable round 1 matchup, it's a bit chalked. Whereas this way, everyone can kind of pick. I think when we put up the teams, I think you'll see, we was talking about it before the Codcast started, I think all the teams that have been picked is pretty well balanced, I thought. I think the draft actually went really well. I think we've got some nasty teams.
let me know if that improves, Ryan, because it might be my window. Because I live in like an attic conversion, when it rains, it fucking slaps against the windows, man. It's stupid. So you have to let me know. I think it might be the rain.
Chat are saying who's chucked on their fan.
Yeah, I don't. My fan was on, well. But it's been on from the start. So if they've not heard it, then
mine's been on from the start. So
I don't know. Was it me? I don't know.
Well, it's fucking hailstone, and
I got no fan in my room, so it ain't me.
Yeah.
My laptop sounds like it's about to fly off, but. Alright, it's sorted. Cool. My ears are being raped, by the way. How we looking?
I'm just gonna have to do this makeshift way because
back of the head looks decent. Little fade. You know me, lad. You gotta get boxed up from time to time.
Alright, so
can't look homeless all the
time. There we go.
They don't talk about me back here.
Nah, he ain't talking about yours, bro. He ain't talking about
you. See me back here? Do you see this? Yeah. It's like,
so we've got the black team up.
He probably was talking about you. I ain't had a trimming agency.
Okay, so here's one of the teams. Eros was the 4th captain. He's got Kiosku, June, and Rio. I can't lie. I'm surprised June fell down the list as much as he did. I thought he would have gone a little bit earlier in the draft, but that's a nice team.
Is he good? Yeah.
He's nice. I'm right in saying he's a sub player, aren't I?
I don't know who he is.
I think he's a Div 4 sub.
Yeah, pretty sure he's a sub player. He's vibey. I watched him cast over a game. I think he's got a bit of vibe about him, mate.
Kiosku.
Nice little team. Rio is just going to be a crackhead sub. He's going to run around. Oh, June's an AR. Wait. Oh, Eros will run the sub. That's fine. Rio and Eros will run the subs.
Yeah, right.
Kiosku's an AR as well, isn't he? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Kyo is a.
Yeah. So there's one team. No. Well, 22 black, I guess we'll call them for now.
Should be able to see 22 blue.
Yes, sir. There they are. The favourites, may I add?
You think? No. Whoa. You think they're the favourites?
It's got to be them. Are they
your favourites?
No, it's got to be them or.
Yeah, them or pink when we get to it.
Is it pink? Yeah.
Pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. On paper, they're top 2.
I think this comes down to whether this Jack B forward is as good as people say he is.
He said himself that he's a Div 3, so.
So if he is a Div 3, then that is a disgusting team. And he should not have been the captain, and that's on us, my bad.
He's Div 3, yeah.
Well, he
played Div 6, then Div 5, but apparently he is like Div 3 level.
Admins aren't letting him sign up for those divs. Admins are making him play.
Oh, I thought you said he was in Div 3. I was like,
no, he will be.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't play him. But
so
we went
admins
off.
Are saying
we went off what was it, XP or sheets, and we knew people in roughly. And what
Zarok said he's not, so maybe he's not. But this is the point. We have no idea. This is the fun.
We don't know who he is.
This is the fun of this whole. Yeah. We've got new players coming into our Discord, into our thing that we'll learn how good they are. If he is as good as people say, then I mean, with a pairing of Luto and Proximity on the subs, that's not a bad duo to get. And as we were talking about NA, weren't we, before, there wasn't a huge amount of like high caliber sub players was there to pick from.
No, a lot of it was.
So you might see some players having to run the sub when they're a bit more comfortable in the AR this season. So in this tournament, and Chog's just a decent AR. What can I say about him? He'll do a job. So yeah, I think that'll be quite a. Is that a vibey squad? How vibey is that?
I'll be honest. I think depending on what Proximity you get tonight, that's unreal.
Well, that's my new teammate next season, Intel.
Intel.
So Intel. So I know that firsthand, mate. If you get a Proximity that turns up and fries, mate, then fair play.
Ooh, wait a minute.
We'll see.
Juicy Intel.
But that's that also depends on Lewis, because if Lewis is just gonna come and have a bit of fun, then we'll see.
I mean, he'll still fry. Even if he's going for fun, he'll still fry.
I'm throwing it out there right now. Some of these lot have been sat in this lobby call since 12 o'clock. Don't give me whatever Lewis turns up. He's been on since about 10:30.
You're grinding that boy.
Yeah, but Carl, the thing is, I know I'm shit, so somebody calling me shit doesn't mean anything to me. It's when someone says I'm a good player and I get really gassed up. That's the opposite. Right, throw up the next team.
Next team.
Yeah, we need to move around from these.
Yeah, let's get through these. Green team.
I'm actually
Bran, Ryan, Bueno, and A3.
Ooh. Ryan was a nice pick. A3 was a player that fell a little bit. That was a.
I think it's just his lack of playing time. I mean, if he's played all year, people would have.
But I thought Bran was an AR.
Bran is an AR.
He is.
So that's 3 ARs there.
That is 3 ARs, and I don't know what.
Nah, I reckon. I don't know. In the spirit of just having fun and that, I reckon Ryan might run a sub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's better of a sub, to be fair. Guys, dogs John AR. That's a different. Oh, Bran's running the sub apparently. So Ryan's just gonna be a stiff bastard then.
Yeah.
Right on.
Right on.
A3. That's another new teammate. Intel.
That is stiff.
That
you
is
had
not
A3. Oh, brother.
That's
I mean, I love A3,
right,
but brother.
That's my AR duo right there. So
that's posted up for P6 Mikado on P2. That's what that is.
That's rotating on 35 seconds. That is.
Jesus Christ.
And Breno's a decent sub player, so that's a nice team.
Next team.
Any dropouts bang my line. I'll keep that in mind, but I believe we may have already a list. Yeah, I think.
He's on the list, to be fair.
Oh, is he? Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, first.
Alright, orange team, your team, D.
The winners. Your 22 draft tournament winners, mate.
Free.
Depends what pro you get. Because the guy doesn't really play COD anymore. If he comes out slaying.
I heard he's a bit of a FIFA merchant nowadays.
Yeah. He is, mate. Been grinding the FIFA.
Yeah, a bit of
but the thing is a player that's close to my heart, right? I found this kid in the basements of a,
careful where we go with this.
In an American Discord. Yeah, playing AIDS. Brought him into the light, so yeah, I know he's gonna come and fry, mate. So, and then I was so gassed when he dropped, because I said to him I wanted to play with him if he was there to pick, I'd pick him, and he was there. And actually, because I was picking last, he was one of the best players left on the board at that time. So picked him. Got Audacity, who is a decent AR. I've played against him. I've seen him play in Div 4 and Div 5, so I know he'll be fine with me on the AR. And Will Wes, Mr. Irrelevant in the draft, the final pick. Nobody knew who he was, so I guess no one was picking him. But
I think you've got a little. I think you've got a hidden gem there.
Dark horse, mate.
I think you've got a little hidden gem there.
I think I played with him today. He's got a little bit about him, mate. I think he'll hold his own. I'm happy with my team.
Yeah.
Right, swing the next one up. But that's your winners right there, I'm telling you.
Your other favourites on paper.
Oh,
Ali captain, picking up Zappy. Somehow managed to get his duo.
Ali captain, by the way, my boy. Come on, Ali lad.
Not only did Ali manage to scrub. Actually, Ali can thank me because me respinning it meant he got the number 1
got
pick.
him first. Yeah.
Yeah, so he gets Zappy, but he ends up getting his duo as well, like later down the draft.
The fact, right, that he's got Crybaby and Sparks.
Yeah.
So much gone wrong in this fucking draft.
Oh, it's pretty nuts.
Like, who's picking who here, boys? Like,
but this is what I love.
Sparks hasn't been playing as well though.
Is it some of these boys?
Lad, I'll be honest, right? And I've said this for years, and they always go back and forth with me. With people like Sparks, no matter if he's not played for years or not, the guy's a rat. He's a rat. Yeah. He'll be stood in the middle of fucking mid-map somewhere in 10 seconds. Mate, trust me, he'll hold his own. He'll hold his own, trust me.
But this is the thing, right? Some of these captains picked players that they've played with or that they know, something familiar. Some people... So Crybaby didn't get picked because he's maybe not as known to others.
Shit.
But he's a Div 3 sub player who can hold his own.
Sub?
Yeah.
Sub?
Yeah. Right, there he is. You're not going to put Sparks on a sub, are you? Or
Zappy
on a sub.
He can run it, to be fair, Ben. He's a good lad. He's pretty.
Yeah, so Ali, I mean, I'm thinking...
I love the boy.
Yeah. Sparks will just be a stiff AR, let Zappy just run around.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Sparks has got the easiest job of the whole 22 draft.
He just has to sit in hill and let Zappy just... Yeah. Come on, mate. You do you.
So that's your favourites according to
that's mine.
Yeah.
That's the favourites to me. With blue coming.
You dropping 50 bomb today, mate? I'm washed and retired. I'm dropping 10s. And believe it or not, are we throw the next team up? Are we the next team?
Nope.
Yeah. Oh, right. Well, I'll save
team.
I'll save it to my team. I got a little surprise for you, but nah, no 50 bombs today.
This team is my favourite.
This team is pure vibes.
This is my favourite team. Lewis, bless him, is probably he self-claimed the worst captain that was there, right? And he's been apparently he said, yeah, but he's ended up with fucking Carl and Dino, man.
And he probably just doesn't know who these players are, what kind of styles they have. But you've literally got 2 hill kittens. They'll both get you 3 minutes.
My boy Dino and Carl in the same hill with a sub. Fucking hell! I'll be honest, I'm not going anywhere near time. I'm gonna have 3 seconds on any map. I ain't going near any hill they are in.
I was saying, between them, they'll somehow find a way to score 300 points on a HP.
Honestly,
Terry,
I'll make you a promise, right? I'll put in a promise right now. 4 minutes minimum between them both every map.
Yeah, 100%.
Promise you.
Nah, I think Carl will go a bit more rogue and just not play heal. Let Dino play and he'll try and go rogue.
Imagine them on the map, right? Both sat in each corner.
They should just sit. They should just sit in hill, crossfire everything.
Oh my god, yeah, not challenge that hill, mate. Not challenge that.
Dino, if you're in here right now, right, I'll pay you and help you with Kaylee, alright? I will. I'll pay you. Hey, stay away from the hill. I'll help you.
I want to see the scoreboards when both of these, when Carl and Dino play together, and I want to see who gets the average most hill time across them both. Battle of the hill bitches. So that's purple.
That'll be funny though. You got like 20 seconds of holding. He's like, no, you push forward. No, you. I've got scrap. No, I've got scrap. We'll both get his scrap then. Simple.
Terry's got a lot to do in that team.
Oh,
yeah. That way. That man's gonna.
He's gonna have to be flying.
Yeah.
White team.
Apparently, Quake was picking a vibe squad, and I said it on stream yesterday. You pick Ollie, you might not be getting a vibe squad.
Well, Ollie's drinking.
Oh no,
already, so he's coming
I have it. No, I have it on good sources. Yeah. Ollie's smashed.
So I think he's coming with vibes.
He'll be vibing.
Him and Kinney will be vibey. They'll just take the piss out of Hugo for an hour, so he'll be vibey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll be honest. Poor Hugo's getting bullied. Yeah, poor Hugo's getting bullied.
Quake's just gonna sit there and enjoy it all.
So we play these boys in the winners round 1, and I'm telling you now, the loser of that series comes dead last. I promise you. If we beat them, they're coming dead last. If they beat us, we're coming dead last. I promise you.
You know what? While we've just been flicking these teams up, there is some evenly matched teams.
They are.
I'm saying, mate,
I think this draft has
not
gone.
These teams are.
This draft's actually gone quite well.
Yeah,
Like,
this snake draft format, mate.
My only concern there is that they've got 3 very stiff ARs, so one of those have got to run a sub.
Quake and AR too.
I think Kinney will run the sub. Kinney will run
the sub. Yeah, I think so.
Ollie will be having a sniper out, mate. Don't worry about it. It'll be fucking.
Yes, indeed.
I would say, like, if you kind of exclude blue and pink, who are the 2 favorites, the other 6 teams, anyone could beat anyone.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, I think blue. I mean, it's obviously it's a draft. It's random teams, so the blue and pink teams can still go down. They might have the best players.
Yeah.
But
That's it.
Anything can
exactly.
happen. Anyway,
Balance.
Exactly. Final team, yellow team.
The sleeper team.
I've got them down as the underdogs.
I'll agree. Well, I'm saying these guys all Dino and Carl, but
I disagree.
I think or the underrated team.
Only reason I disagree is because I know that Shawnee is gonna milk today. I actually feel bad for these 3 because I am gonna milk horrendously. I can feel it. I can feel it. I am washed.
But by the way, how nice is that yellow look?
It does.
That's a nice looking colour, isn't it?
Those look nice.
The pink look good as well. To be fair, we might have to get teams for those next season. Actual gems.
The thing is, it'd be easy to do.
Yeah.
It's just a bank account, brother.
No, but it's defining the gem name.
That
they
don't exist. True. Yeah, the gems don't exist, which is bullshit.
Well, maybe next COD we'll mix up the names.
We're gonna have to,
yeah.
We have to think about this.
But honestly, to me,
you know what? Fuck it, right
team.
here. You're champions.
I think it's a vibey team. That.
Yellow team.
It's a vibey team.
I think it's such a vibey team.
But I also think on that team, you're just gonna have to let one jammer run around. I just don't see who's the second sub on that team.
Me, baby.
No, you're not, brother. No, you're not.
Somebody on the sub.
Wow. Should I just run a sub on my team? Just for the fans? Is that pro running AR?
I promise you, I will be pulling that sub out at some point. I actually do promise you. It's already been arranged. It's already been discussed. You boys best be fair in yourselves, because I don't know how to play a sub, so I'm gonna be one of them rats in rank play that just hit hold for like 4 seconds.
Fair enough. Well, I think we've got some nice teams tonight. So
should be fun. We're gonna cast as many games as we can.
Yeah, so Brooks will be live with the Zappy with pink versus blue, isn't it?
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/Brooks.
The clash of the 2 best teams.
Oh, is he on kick now?
I think he's doing kick now.
I've lost all respect for him. No.
Because he's been locked out his Twitch, and YouTube streamings.
With copyrighted playing, when this team. When they go out, not if. I'm saying when they go out.
If they go out.
I was about to say, hey, yo, stop wilding out in a minute.
Copy will be on the casting, I'm sure, when he's out, if he's out. Fair enough. But we've got an A here on our Twitch. He'll be covering this game, yellow versus who you play?
Solo casting, yeah.
Yellow purple, is it?
See, I'm the only real owner here that didn't choose to play in their own tournament to cast.
What? Hey, no.
I can.
Whoever. You're right now, man. I kicked up a fuss about this and said, owners shouldn't play. We should focus on production.
Deeks was the only owner that signed up. Shit. You should have joined me, but now
Mr. Deeks, no, we can play. We've got it covered. This, and this.
I'm saying I'm on Xbox. What do you want me to do? I'm playing. This is my idea. I'm playing.
But yeah, hopefully I won't be solo casting for long.
I'm on a sub. I'll be joining you after first game, mate.
So just
then we'll have you and Copy and Brooks. Like we'll have 3 streams going. But no, yeah. If
so
anyone
just to confirm, Zarek, we've got sometime around 7 o'clock. We'll have Brooks casting the pink versus blue game, the Zappy versus the Lewis Luto team. Then with the same time, or around the same time on our own Twitch here, we'll have yellow versus, is it green? No, purple you play, isn't it?
Yeah,
we'll have the battle of the hill time.
We'll see the hill
versus Shawnee on the sub. Mate, you gotta shoot against Carl and Dino, mate. You're gonna have a good time.
Freest of licks.
Yeah. So,
you not know who I am.
And then after we'll see what games are happening. You know,
we'll just take it from there.
Yeah, once the games are done, we'll move on and just join in as much as we can, get as much as we casted. If I'm seeing, if I want a clip from that stream today of Dino and Carl in the hill, just sat in the hill on either
just
corner,
staring at each other.
Yeah,
snaking the benches, looking at each other, just like hi.
Yeah, hotel on Restaurant Hill. They're just snaking the fucking. Yeah, that'll be funny. So we'll have as much of it as we can casted, and the finals will be a best of 5. Are we gonna do a bracket reset for losers? Yeah.
Yep, bracket reset.
I think it's only fair, isn't it? Because
I feel
it's only. Oh, you said best of 5 for the finals, didn't you?
Yeah, but I still say do bracket.
I feel like you gotta do a bracket reset because
we'll see how late the tourney runs because there's always issues somewhere. But
to be fair, the 2 finalists can decide.
They can decide if they want BO3 best of 5s.
And I'm going to say this now: if the teams in losers are taking their time with moving it on, we won't hesitate to make it best of 1s if it's taken too long. So get those games. Yeah, quick. 10-15 minute break, then get into the next one. They're best of 3, so
they're best of 3. So winners shouldn't really be waiting more than 30 minutes for a game.
Yeah. So it should run pretty smoothly, but obviously you'll have I know I'm playing, and I know Sean's playing, but you'll have the owners in the chat in between their games to help out with any issues.
Just at us in the chat.
You can
if you need
always at an owner in the chat, or even us just messaging.
I don't want to see anybody stair glitching. I don't want to see anybody using a gun that's GA.
Let's try and avoid all of that.
Let's not have any dramas here, people, please.
We're here to have
I don't want Katana Car in my DMs trying to forfeit Shawnee COD for stair glitching.
Use any operator you want. We're not bothered about that.
Yeah, operators are fine, mate, but anything else, come on, let's have a bit of fun. But
and I'm saying this now, right? Because clearly I get disrespected for my playoff performance, but I'm fucking coming. I'm coming for you, boys. I'm gonna win, boys.
They don't know me, son.
You don't know me like that, son.
It is a confirmed prize pool of £100. Winners will take 80%, so 80 quid.
100.
20 quid each.
Brilliant.
20 quid each for the winners, 5 quid for the losers. Get a little bit of profit for you, bit of fun. So
pays for your winning kebab afterwards.
Does
pay for your winning kebab afterwards.
Does pays for your entry for the last season or a couple more.
Yeah.
And to answer, I think I saw a question earlier in. It's not going to be a weekly thing because these take a fair amount of work and time. Too much
Just
work.
every so often when we have the time to do it.
If we feel like it's been run properly and we've had a good time doing it, we'll ask about. It's probably not going to be on the same game. Maybe we'll do a Cold War seems to be the most popular off-season game at the minute. That or Vanguard, but yeah, we'll just decide what game to do it on, and it might not be a draft. It might just be a standard switcheroo, but I think we like the style of this, and if there's enough sign-ups for a Cold War one or a Vanguard one, I'm sure we'll run it. Throughout the next couple of months.
Yeah.
So stay tuned on that. But I think we can leave it there now, boys. About just over an hour.
Just over.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the team of the season and the players of the season. Thank you to all the players for representing us this season and for doing your best. And we had some couple of chips, couple of second, third places. So successful season, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna add to that. I mean, everything that we've done this season, especially and sort of previous as well, it ain't really possible without you guys. So big thank
Appreciate
you
the
to you
support.
all. You guys are awesome. There's so many of you that are in the Discord every day.
Yeah,
it's a good family, man.
Yep, absolutely. Right, well, see you boys at 7 o'clock.
Yep.
We'll,
You're getting it.
You're getting it.
You're getting
it.
And the ones that aren't there, we'll see you next week.
Yep, see you again.
Catch you later.
Bye, boys.